What's going on, guys? I'm Roger Fountain, and welcome to Movie Shit, a podcast about movies and shit. Today's episode is brought to you by horse shit catchers. You know those little sacks attached to the end of horses' asses that catch their shit? Well, someone's got to make them, and that someone is us. So the next time you're thinking of booking a romantic horse-drawn carriage only to realize that the smell of animal feces is going to smack you in the fucking face the entire time, remember to thank us. After all, catching shit is literally our job. Today we are talking about Nope. I am joined by my very good friend Mike. Mike, how are you?
I'm good.
Yeah.
Ready to get into it.
Yeah, I just want to preface this with, if you haven't seen Nope, stop listening now, because we are going to be spoiling it. We're going to be diving in. So I want to set up a little background here. I'm a big Jordan Peele fan. Mike, I'm sure you are as well.
Yes, sir. Huge.
Yeah. What's I guess his first feature was Get Out, right?
Right. Get Out.
Did you watch any of the Twilight Zones that he did?
I think I saw like the first one that he done, and I just haven't watched any since then. Not that they were bad. It's been busy.
Oh yeah. I was gonna say he's got 2 full seasons worth. Yeah. The first one, season 1, that would be the comedian episode, right? With Kamal Nanjiani, if I remember right. Yeah, there's the first episode of season 2 is similar to that as well, but it's like a monkey's paw wish like situation or whatever. But it's about a musician and not a comedian. But those 2 seasons were pretty solid. There's they get some the last episode of the first season, Jordan Peele, he's the new host or whatever. But Seth Rogen is like a screenwriter, and he's writing like a Twilight Zone episode with Jordan Peele hosting, and so it kind of comes out. It's really fourth wall breaking. It's pretty good.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's really, if you should watch them. I know they did a remake of the one with the airplane that's been done 3 different times. Up in the air, the monster on the there's something on the wing, something with Shatner or whatever. This one's BJ Novak now, I think. No, it's not. It's what's his face from fucking Parks and Recreation that plays Ben, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
But anyways, so I liked his other stuff. Did you watch Us? I'm sure you did.
Yeah, actually, I'm at Fort Knox right now. It was a 10-hour trip from where I'm living, and
oh shit,
when I'm driving on the interstate, I like to live dangerously. So I will put my phone in my cluster of my car, and I will put it on cruise on the interstate, and I will really listen to a movie, but kind of watch it as well.
Oh my god!
I actually rewatched it on the way over here.
Oh my god. Yeah, so Us was really good. The big thing about that one for me is the more you think about the logistics of the world, the more it falls apart. Who the fuck is giving these tethered people clothes?
Right. Well, that movie, I liked it, but it definitely dragged a little bit longer than it needed to.
Oh, you think so?
I thought, it was it could have ended there were several different times where I was like, okay, it's a wrap. That's a good one. And then it was it kept going. It just kept going and going.
Yeah. So I have a feeling that that's how you feel about Nope as well. So let's get into the script here portion.
Can I start by saying that I've enjoyed every Jordan Peele movie?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Get Out, great. Us,
yeah,
wasn't great, but it was good. Candyman was awesome.
Was Candyman Jordan Peele? He didn't direct it, right?
I thought Jordan Peele directed that.
I
could be wrong. Well, whoever directed Candyman, props, because I loved it.
Oh, Candyman was amazing, man.
I thought it was Jordan Peele that done it though.
He was a producer on it, I'm sure, which means he put money behind it, and he may have helped write the screenplay, but I don't think he directed it. I could Google myself and fact check that. You're talking about the Candyman relaunch or whatever, right?
Nia DaCosta. I don't know if that's I just Googled it. I don't know if that's the remake, though, or the original.
Yeah, let's see. I wish the director would fucking come up, right off the bat, instead of just the cast.
Yeah. No one cares about the cast.
Yeah, director Nia DaCosta. Nobody cares about the director.
Writers. Jordan Peele wrote the screenplay. Okay.
Wrote it. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, no, it was phenomenal. Just as far as he works he likes working with like African American characters, and that movie was all about like their only defense against like the police brutality really was like a mythical figure.
Yeah, I was literally so it's not a shot at Jordan Peele, but I think it was my wife Molly. We were talking about it, and Jordan Peele is becoming like the Tyler Perry of the horror movie genre. Like,
ooh, what does that mean?
With all African American, like just given like like Tyler Perry is the like the go-to for African American comedy to me, and like Jordan Peele is like, okay, we're gonna make horror movies with African American characters, but not dumb ones that die at the beginning of the movie, which is like the thing. Well, that was the norm, for the longest time. So now he's like making intelligent black horror films, if that makes sense.
No, it makes 100% sense. And I think that's what he's going for. The thing is, like, so he watches, Jordan Peele's a big horror movie fan. Obviously, he's a big fan of a lot of stuff. But if you watch any interviews with him, he says, I drink some coffee and I smoke some weed. He's like, and then I think about what movie I would want to see, and then that's what he like writes or whatever. And so, Get Out. Like, I remember whenever I was watching that, it was, it was kind of a slow burn at first. And then whenever it started to get into it, I was like, is this going to be the script? This was after Jordan Peele was coming off of just Key and Peele before he like made a feature. And so I was like, is this going to be the script? There's no way this is going to be the fucking plot. And then it was the fucking plot. I was like, what?
Yeah, that was gold.
It just caught me off guard. And I think the execution on that is what made it work so well. His like visuals of like the guy like falling into like the depth and like the dark blackness or whatever of being like brainwashed and shit. And fucking Lakeith Stanfield, Daniel Kaluuya obviously does a great job, and he's in Nope as well. And I think he said Jordan Peele said he's his Leonardo DiCaprio, the way Scorsese uses Leo and everything. He said he's going to use him and everything.
Oh yeah, that would be gold.
But yeah, so script wise, Nope was interesting because the first half is kind of like a classic like sci-fi horror, and then it like it's suspenseful, whatever. The last third of the movie totally like shifts to more of like a campy like monster hunter movie, like Tremors or like Jaws. It's all about a group of ragtag people that are like hunting down an apex predator or whatever.
Exactly. They have no business defeating it, but yeah.
Yeah, it's just different, man. I mean, really, I couldn't predict where it was going to go next. And so I think that's good. It was kind of like 3 movies in one. And so I'm sure you have some feelings on that.
Well, at first I was loving it. The first third of it, I really enjoyed.
Really digging it.
Like, okay, we've got this alien aircraft in the air. They can see it. We're trying to get footage. I loved all that.
Yeah.
But like it kind of did like a 180 when it was like, oh, it's a predator. And
it's a creature. It's no longer just a UFO.
Longer, aliens abducting people or attempting to abduct people or whatever. And I thought like the whole like when it was Stephen Yeun that was like he had gained the aliens' trust. I was like, oh, that's gonna be dope. Okay, so it's his fault that they're sticking around. Yeah. But then it just took a turn to me for the absolute worst, man. Like, ooh. So I'll go ahead and tell you I gave it the more I thought about it, initially when I left the theater, 5 out of 10, but I guess I bumped it up to 6 out of 10 the more I thought about it. But after that scene where they come and they just, or it comes, it just wrecks everybody at the carnival.
Yes, that was like the best.
I thought it took a big nosedive after that scene is when it to me went like super downhill.
I can see. So like that's like that's almost 2/3. That's like that's pretty far into the movie is when you finally get the reveal of like what's happening to people. You get that shot as they're like going up inside of it, and it's like a throat shot, and it's very claustrophobic, and they're all getting like smushed in there until she like hits the horse with like the whatever, the banner like hanging off of it or whatever. And so that's whenever you're like, okay, that's what this fucking thing is. Like it's totally just eating these motherfuckers.
Because Even the
Sorry, go ahead.
reveal that it was a predator wasn't what turned the movie to me upside down. It was like the movie got a little too, I don't know, full of itself, I guess, like with the thing evolving because it was no longer a saucer towards the end. You know, it was this great,
Oh yeah.
like a jellyfish looking thing. It was
Yes,
like,
it turns into a big jellyfish. It gets real abstract at the end. Yeah.
yeah, and then like when it's like coming down to eat people, it's like this. I don't know, maybe like a tongue with that has been decked out for like Cinco de Mayo is what it looked like. You know, like I just
Yeah.
thought I was like, this is getting like overly ridiculous. I don't know.
Yeah. All right. So let me this is going to be this is kind of a heady movie. This is going to be pretentious. I don't want it to sound pretentious, but so this is a very like Hollywood movie. Like a lot of the stuff, I mean, it's about the Hollywood Haywoods, the people that are working with the horses in Hollywood movies. And it's within a Hollywood movie. So like whenever that little scene when they're holding up the reflector orb in front of the horse's face for texture, and it's got the chrome side and it's got the like matte side or whatever, and the horse freaks out and kicks them, like that's a very real thing that they had to address when they were making this movie. So making the movie with inside of the movie. And so this is very like, this is a very meta movie. I don't know if you've ever like, so they get a cinematographer and he's fucking crazy. Like, you know, he'll do anything for the shot and ends up sacrificing himself. Yes.
That was that whole scene could have been just get rid of that because it was just dumb. Get rid of that whole setup. Because like that whole scene, no matter what happened in that scene, he was going to end up dead.
Yeah.
And they weren't going to like, nothing evolved from that whole setup with the inflatable people. No setup. There was nothing. Nothing came of that. It was just like 30 minutes of extra film that didn't need to be there.
Yeah, I gotcha. Just the way it like wrapped up, like how it ultimately ended and how they really got the shot whenever they circle back to the ranch and like the little the wishing well photo thing or whatever is like ultimately what gets it.
Yeah, because it's building up. It's like this is the climax of the movie. This movie's about to end, and it's like no, it can't be ending because the runtime was 2.5 hours.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's the thing, is like this movie is full of like misdirection for sure. Like I mean, Charlie and I both were pretty pumped for this movie. So we dodged the second trailer that came out for it. We watched the first one and it was cut really well. And like all of the stuff in the first trailer was like the little freaky things walking around the side of the stalls. And then the woman with like a skeleton for a fucking mouth or whatever. I was like, okay, cool. That's all I need to see. I don't need to see anything else. And so like we ignored the second trailer. So we just kind of wanted to keep it, you know, very mysterious. And so like whenever it was like the aliens like coming around the corner ended up being like the kids in the little monkey suits or whatever, like that got us. Like I thought that was what was going to be the thing.
Yeah, that's why I was like, oh, awesome. Okay. And then it was the kids. I was like, well, that sucks.
Well, I mean, and so it gets back to the tons of misdirection or whatever.
Yes.
And so that's why, like, you know, like you said, that whole scene with the cinematographer could have been axed because that wasn't
everything
really the
that had to
fight.
do with him. They could have took him out completely, and the movie is not altered at all.
Would have moved along fine. You're right, but I think so. The comparison here is whenever I said this is like a really Hollywood movie or whatever. Did you notice like his electric-less camera was an IMAX formatted camera or whatever?
Yeah. Yep.
Have you ever seen what like the inside of a modern camera looks like as far as like how they capture stuff, how they capture images and stuff?
No, definitely not. I think.
Okay.
With that being said, we should definitely preface this to anybody listening that Roger, your degree is in like what is your?
It's in film and stuff. Yeah,
film and stuff. And I'm a history major, so when you're listening to this, Roger is able to look at. He's able to look at things from the Hollywood side and the Hollywood's perspective, and have like a much more knowledgeable look at a film. Whereas I'm like the everyday man that just sees a crap ton of film.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why I love having you on. And that's why, like, you know, if I was just talking to myself, it would be just fucking stupid. So thanks for coming on. So the tongue that you refer to it as, the jellyfish tongue that comes out.
Yeah.
Right. That you said looks like it's prepared for Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah, it looked like a freaking piñata coming out of his mouth.
So that's what a camera's sensor looks like modern day. Okay. And so if you remember, like, the opening part of the movie with the credits was from the inside of the jellyfish's mouth. You remember that? It kind of looks like you're stuck in an air ventilation thing.
Yeah.
And so this is really about super fourth wall breaking. So like, did you watch Cabin in the Woods? Yeah. Fuck, what's that guy's name? The dude that directed the first Avengers. His name escapes me right now. But anyways, he did that movie. And so that was about setting up, you know, a basic horror paradigm. You got the fool, you got the virgin that like lives, whatever. And so that's really fourth wall breaking. And you had that control room underneath that was like picking people off one at a time, and they would take like place bets on it. And then like they had that. Yeah, they had that line at the end of the movie where he was like, if you saw all that happen without any threat to you, what would you think? He'd be like, oh, that was a great weekend at the movies or whatever. And then like it cuts off. That's the end of the movie. So this is kind of like that. Like we're watching and waiting and anticipating what's going to happen with these characters. And like, you know, there's a lot of shots from the, what do they call them? Jean Jacket. From Jean Jacket's perspective, as it's like swooping down to get people. You know, we got some aerial shots, some drone shots whenever it's going over Jupiter's landing and all that stuff. So like literally we're looking from its perspective and like from the sensor's perspective, because it's just like a big camera. And so like you're trying to predict what happens, and he kind of like plays into that with like a sci-fi monster movie. So like it's a lot of the stuff seems useless because it's a MacGuffin and because it's kind of supposed to be. The one thing that pissed me off is the shoe.
Yeah, the shoe that was standing straight up.
Yes, from the monkey thing. I thought that was going to tie in, and it never happened. I was like, all right.
It never did. There was never a reason for the shoe being straight up.
It's a Chekhov's gun, yeah. So whatever. But he plays with a lot of different genres there. Have you seen he released the opening for that little sitcom that the monkey was a part of?
Yes.
It's on like Twitter. It's in like looks like a VHS, looks great.
Yeah, I could tell you, like, I get, like, from your perspective, but I hated it. I didn't like I hated it, man. It just, again,
it wasn't
to me, just a normal guy. It was like, it was too much. It was just too much.
Yeah.
I would like to say, though, what is it? Kaluuya? Is that how you pronounce his name?
I think it's Kaluuya. Yeah, Daniel Kaluuya. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought he was awesome in this movie.
I thought great.
He was so much better in this movie than in Get Out to me, and he was really good in Get Out. Just like, I don't know, because he was like, they're in Hollywood. He's a Californian, but he's got like a kind of like a gruff Southerner. I work with horses, kind of, you know.
Yes.
He's repping the car hard at all times. Yeah, and he packed. I don't know. Did he intentionally pack on pounds, or is he just like got that, you know, that millionaire 20 added on him? Because I thought
that's a good question.
I thought that was cool too, because like, if he would have
been a working man's bod.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if he would have been in shape like he was in Get Out, I was like, that's less believable to me. But
yeah,
the sister, I think that was Keke Palmer, right?
Keke Palmer, yeah.
I thought, not that she's a bad actress, but I thought that every other scene she was in felt really campy or just corny, like.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
I don't know what your perspective on that was, but I thought I don't know. She was just very, very cheesy and a little too over the top.
Well, yeah, she's a little cheesy. I bought the performance. I thought it was fine just because it's paralleled next to Daniel Kaluuya's super straight man. Like he didn't say much in the movie. And when he did, a couple of like fucking 5 of his lines were just like, I got some work to do. Or you want to do some work? Yeah, we got some work.
Loved it.
Which is fine, whatever. He's like, you know, the strong, silent type, which I dig. You know, if you're working with archetypes like that, I'm fine with it.
Leo said last won an Oscar, so
it's there you go. I think so. It is a super Hollywood movie. Whenever she finally comes on set and she like promotes herself, she's like, I also do this, this, and this, and this, and this.
Right.
And he's like, don't bring your side hustle shit here. And she's like, that's not my side hustle shit. This is my side hustle shit.
Yeah.
So any campy stuff that she had, you know, she's in the movie, she's a wannabe actress. And so that's where I kind of was like, okay, she's just trying to, because she was like super over the top with fucking what's his face kissing up to Steven Yeun's character.
Steven Yeun,
Jupiter or whatever.
Ricky was who he was in the movie.
Ricky, yeah. One thing, what did you think of Brandon Perea? The dude that played the IT guy.
I loved him as Angel.
He did great.
I thought he was. It was hilarious. I liked it.
Yeah, I liked him a lot.
Like how he immediately was like, "Okay, something's up. Do you want me to watch your cameras for you? No, you don't have to do that. I'm going to anyway." I loved it. Because that's and any one of us that was in his position that was like, okay, these farmers just want tens of $1,000s worth of IT pointing at us, but every one of us would have done the same thing that he did. Like, I'm trying to see that.
He's like, no, it ain't UFO anymore. That whole fucking bit, and then like he goes off on a tangent, and then Daniel Kaluuya's character's just like, oh damn, or like, yep.
Yeah.
So that electronics place, the Fry's Electronics with like the spaceship crashed in, that's like right down the road from us.
I did love how they tied that in, like at the beginning though, when they're shooting that initial scene where he loses the job because he told the guy like, don't look in his eye, and then they get nervous. He said, don't look in his eye, they get nervous, and then he like realizes, okay, this is a predator, like don't look at it. I thought that was a cool scene. Like he kept, it's hovering over him, he's like just keeping his head down.
Mm-hmm.
And the blood coming out of it as it's like drenching the house, you know.
Yes, that shit was so fucking good.
Awesome.
So yeah, we've talked about the talent a little bit already. So that leads us into cinematography. So a lot of this movie, a lot of the shots are like, so the promotional stuff for this movie are the characters like looking up or whatever, and like that's all you see, like dark skies and them looking up. I'd say you saw this in IMAX, right? I saw this in IMAX.
I did. I seen it in IMAX. Yeah.
A lot of the shots, whenever you're following just like over the shoulder shots of the characters, you as an audience member are also looking to like the up part of the frame of the shot. You're searching with the fucking characters for like, where the fuck is it?
For sure.
Which I thought was done really well. And like whenever he like pops his head out of the van.
Yes.
You know, and hesitantly looks up and then hops back in. He's like, nope.
Yeah.
So fucking good.
I thought that was like he said that like what 2 or 3 times. He's like
2 or 3 times. Yeah, he did it whenever the little alien boys were in there too. He's like, nope.
Yes. Nope.
Love that.
Yeah, I think that was like the only jump scare in the whole movie that I remember is when the
horse falls.
The horse comes through the freaking windshield.
There's other jump scare
when the monkey gets shot was the other one. Like, they're about to fist bump and then just pow.
Yes, that was another one. But also whenever the little alien boys are in the barn and he turns around and one's right behind him and he punches him in the fucking face. That was another little jump scare.
Yeah, I thought that.
But I think
was more like you knew it was coming. That was one of those.
For sure.
Something's about to pop. Yeah.
You always know it's coming. Yeah, it's still got Charlie. But I think so. The opening shot is of the monkey before you get to like the air thing, and at the end of it, you know, he knocks her foot or whatever, and then he like looks directly at the audience, like through the screen at the audience, and then later in the movie you find out that, you know, it's Steven Yeun's character underneath the table and stuff. So that kind of sets the tone for like, you know, this is definitely just going to be like a moviegoer's movie, you know, like so let's get into the production. So we both saw it in IMAX, and I think this movie in particular, IMAX helps it out a lot because you're going to need surround sound, because like as the thing goes over your head, you know, the sound moves with it.
Yes. Yeah, and they did a really good job of doing that too.
And like the audience members, whenever you're like in that little sitcom set or whatever, like behind you and stuff, like I thought it was done really well as far as like sound design. But yeah, the tone completely shifts from horror movie to like adventure movie, like 2/3 of the way through. Because like, you know, the music gets really uplifted again, da, 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 whenever they're like trying to get the shot of it with all the like wacky waving flailing arm inflatable tube men or whatever.
Yeah.
And they have a couple of like, did you ever see North by Northwest, Alfred Hitchcock?
No.
So like, it's the one that's famous, or like a dude's trying to run away. Some dude's trying to kill him. He's trying to shoot him from an airplane. And so like Daniel Kaluuya riding on the horse, and then the thing coming in hot behind him, and it like turns up sideways. They pretty much mirrored a bunch of those shots from that movie, which I thought was cool. One thing, this leads into another misdirection thing. The fucking dude on the bike with the mirror face, with the mirror helmet, like,
Yes.
I was like, this is fucking, what is this? This is kind of fucking pointless.
And then like they, what he hit the, I don't like that scene was kind of dumb too when he like hits the no electricity.
The
field.
electricity, yeah.
It's like, okay, the bike would have died, but it wouldn't have yeeted him off of it.
Yeah.
You know, it would have just went dead, and he would have slow rolled to a stop.
Yeah, that's true.
But I mean,
yeah,
normal. I don't think anybody was thinking like, oh no. I've rode a BMW electric bike before. That is not, you know.
Yeah, see, that's movie shit there, stuff that doesn't really make any sense. Like whenever you watched Black Phone and you were talking about the rope coming out the end of the carpet, and you're like, that's not how that would fucking work.
Yeah, it's like, have you heard of gravity?
Yeah, that's movie shit. But yeah, like as far as production wise, set pieces, I mean, it really doesn't take place and too many locations. You got the ranch, you got the house, and a couple of cuts to the stores, but whatever, to the electronic store, but not much.
Yeah, like me personally, man, I like my movies wrapped up nice and neat in a bow. I thought like the scenes were really cool. I like, again, like the blood pouring from the people and like just pretty much painting the house and having
and
all
the shrapnel.
debris.
Yeah.
And I thought it was hilarious that when the guy did show up to the house, he doesn't even mention it. He's just like, okay, where are we going to get the shot? And they immediately go into the plan. He doesn't even mention the house.
Oh yeah, the cinematographer guy. Yeah, he's like, yep, looks about right or whatever. That guy has a great voice.
He definitely does. But like,
what is his name?
I thought
Michael Wincott.
Like, it was all over the place. It was too all over the place. It was this scene and this scene and this scene and that scene, and it was like, you know, and I thought it was cool the way he was going, each horse's name and like what that led up to. That was cool.
That's how it's broken up. Yeah.
It was too all over the place for me. I like linear stories.
Ooh.
It doesn't always have to be. It doesn't always have to be linear.
Yeah.
But like this man went on 10 side quests in the middle of the main, you know.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah, it was 2.5 hours. Yeah, it kind of felt like they had some filler in there and some side characters that were unnecessary. I see where you're coming from.
Yeah, like again, cool. Like the scenes was awesome with the monkey just beating her face in. That was nuts.
Oh my god,
crazy scene, over the top. It was awesome. But that whole scene, like the whole thing with Steven Yeun and the monkey,
could have been cut.
It has nothing to do with the alien. What's like? It never got tied. Like, how does that have any? I was like, okay, is it? Like, I don't know. Are the aliens going to be infecting animals or something? You know,
that's what I thought. I was like, is it going to be like an aggressive thing?
It had nothing to do. The monkey served no purpose to the story.
No,
at all.
It's just, it was just like the balloons pop that set them off.
Yes.
Which was fucking crazy to me. But the only tie-in there is that animals. So Jordan Peele, obviously, I mean, a lot of people are scared of monkeys, you know. People are scared of uncontrollable animals. So you got the monkey, uncontrollable animal. You got the horses, uncontrollable animals. And then you have the alien, jean jacket, and uncontrollable animals. So that's like the thematic tie-in for all those. But like it is loose. It is loose in the narrative at best, which whatever.
Yeah.
But
I get like, I call them like these artsy fartsy films.
It is artsy fartsy.
They're for some people, and this one's just. And I like some of them. I love, man, but this one just it wasn't one of them.
It didn't land, and that's cool.
It didn't land for me.
Yeah, I feel like Candyman's pretty artsy fartsy too, but you'd love that.
Oh, I loved it so much.
Because that super wide shot that punches in on that window, it takes so fucking long to get there, and then you see him like murdered in the window. Do you remember that shot?
Yes.
So fucking good.
Candyman, obviously, I think I saw it. It was in IMAX, right? I think I saw it in IMAX.
Oh, I'm sure it was in IMAX. But yeah, I mean, if you watch the old Candymans, they're pretty good too.
Yeah, for sure.
They're crazy. All right. But yeah, you give it a 6. Gonna wrap this up here. I would probably give it an 8.
Oh Lord. This is
For me,
back to back weeks we've did. No, I think we agreed last week, right?
kind of. I mean, no. You talk about on Thor: Love and Thunder.
Oh no, we didn't agree. I thought it was good, but you thought it was great.
You didn't. Yeah, you didn't like it as much as I did. Which
Yeah.
like I said, I'm a sucker for lovey-dovey stuff. So.
What was Charlie's thoughts? Did she love this one?
Nope. Yeah, she loved it. How do you rank it amongst his movies?
Oh, bottom of the barrel.
Bottom for sure.
Yeah, way down to the bottom. I haven't seen the Twilights, but I guarantee you they're better than this.
The Twilight Zones, yeah.
I'll enjoy them better.
Dude, there's some really good Twilight Zone episodes. There's one that gets really fucking far out there. I don't want to spoil it, but it's like, do you have Paramount? You have Paramount Plus, right?
Yeah.
It's on Paramount Plus. Look for the one that's about like a Mars trip or something like that.
Okay.
That one's really good. Yeah. And then there's one that's like a video game character that becomes self-aware, like Free Guy before Free Guy, but super like serious. Like there's some good stuff in there.
I'd like to mention before we close one more thing.
Yeah, what's up?
She's in a panic, an absolute fit. Normal people, when you're panicking, you're anxious, you're not thinking straight. That's when she devises the best plan to kill the alien by releasing this giant inflatable guy. We finally decided that was a good idea. And her brother, in her mind, has just died, sacrificed himself.
All right, that whole misdirection, yeah.
And she's still trying to get a picture of this alien.
Hey, somebody's got to take care of the ranch, baby.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, I don't know if she thought about the helium thing, like fucking it up as much as it would, but like she knew from the horse that like the little ribbon shit, the little,
right,
and she was just untying those. But you know, she was just undoing those. Like I don't know. It seemed very haphazard and very quick put together. Also, the fucking the IT guy wrapping himself in barbed wire. Very fucking smart. That guy is fucking crushed that shit.
He got yeeted like 4 times. It was so good.
Yes, he did. God, I hope he lived. Like it doesn't come back to him, so I don't know if he's dead or what. But yeah, I would say Us is probably my favorite. Yeah, this one's probably at the bottom for me too. I mean, it goes Us and then Get Out and then Nope. But I mean, they're all pretty fucking good.
Yeah, I'll still die on the hill that Jordan Peele and like what Blumhouse they are single-handedly keeping the horror industry alive right now.
Yeah,
I don't think I've seen a movie in the last 2 or 3 years that wasn't by Peele or it wasn't a Blumhouse production that.
Shit, James Wan works at Blumhouse. Yeah, they do the Conjuring
James
stuff.
Wan's all Blumhouse. Yeah,
I saw Jason Blumhouse. Shit, what premiere was it? Oh yeah, it was the Black Phone premiere. Yeah, so I got to see him. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. Did you watch what was James Wan's last movie? It was on HBO. Malignant. Did you watch Malignant?
Yes.
That one's silly fun.
Yes.
That one turned crazy at the end.
Sure did.
It was like slow and then it just comes out of nowhere. So yeah, last question here, and this is kind of unrelated to movies, but do you believe in aliens, and what form do you think they take?
I mean, there has to be I don't know. There has to be something out there.
There has to be something.
Like
yeah.
I don't know what it is, but like this Earth is a very small speck in a super large cosmos. You know.
Yeah, and I mean they talk about it in Nope, like the released footage from like the Navy or something of like the unidentified object or whatever. So like the government's all but confirmed that there's some shit going on that we don't know, right?
I mean, I'm pretty sure Doctor Who is just a documentary that they
shut up. Fucking classic.
It's gotta be.
All right. Well, thanks for hopping on here, Mike. I appreciate it.
Of course. What are what's on the agenda for next week? What are we seeing this weekend?
Shit, I don't know.
You going to see Super Pets?
Yeah. Well, we can watch Super Pets. Yeah, I'm gonna go see that for sure.
I'm definitely going to
do that. I'd rather talk about Super Pets than fucking minions, that's for sure.
Yeah, me too.
All right. Well, our thanks for joining us, everybody. Our episode today was again brought to you by Zoom stand-ins. Are you tired of pretending to pay attention in your Zoom meetings? Say no more. Just send us a selfie and we'll graft that bad boy onto a fat head, slap it on some cardboard, and use small motors to move the head and arms and eyes so you'll never have to pay attention to the meetings again. Just put it in front of your webcam and we'll home alone that shit for you. Our generic soundboard will let the team think you're taking a whole new route with your initiative, but we all know you're just a lazy piece of shit.
I like it.
All right, until next time. Thanks, Mike.